So I'm just chilling, and Kitty has decided my boob is a perfect place to take a nap. Is it comfy? She's so goddamn cute. Forgot to close my curtains. Hi guys. Hi. I forgot to close my curtains. I'll be right back. Cause I don't know how to stream. You think after streaming for as long as I have, I would have figured out how to fucking do this, but no. No, I haven't figured out shit. God damn it. Alright. Hi guys. Welcome to the stream. I have food because I also, again, have not figured out how to fucking stream yet. I have tweets out. So, my goal for today is another. This is the voice I'm going with, and I'm sticking with it. This is the voice I'm going with for today. A cute little case. Another sweetness lightning based image. I thought this pose would be adorable for Ratchet and my OC Stargazer. If you don't know or haven't seen any of my streams before, I do a lot of art for my OC Stargazer because, well, that's kind of my hyperfixation for creative projects right now. Anyway, in the main AU, because it's a saga series where basically I have multiple series featuring basically my OC and then different universes where she is in. And the main one is Transformers Prime, where she's looked after by Ratchet. And I don't know what about this. Image just screamed at me and went, "You need to draw this!" As Ratchet being like, "Will you help, honey?" And she's just like, "Yeah!" Because that is their dynamic. Also, yes, I'm eating A&W. You're gonna hate. Kitty, what are you doing? Uno momento, people. Also, if you streamed my streams before, this is my cat. Her name is Kitty Raptor Houdini. Because she's a clever girl. And she can escape a lot of things. But also, she's a pain when I stream because she wants all the attention. Kitty, you've already had Mama Snuggles. You already had Mama Playtime. What do you want? If it's food, your food bowl is full. Go over there. Ah. Go lay in the bed. You got cuddle stuffs. Anyways, moving on. Also, if you can hear my kawaii cord in the background. Last time I tried to turn down my volume all the way for the stream, it still copyrighted all the music. Even though technically my program should not be recording any of the music. But whatever. The music, even if you hear this, I doubt it will get my video blocked. It'll just be like, hey, it's demonetized. Now I can get monetization anyways, but whatever, YouTube, you fucking prick. Fuck off! Get it! You have so many things you can do. Go watch the people. Go watch your birds. Leave your mother alone. Leave your mother alone. There. I've opened the bag and now she must investigate. That is my one chance, people. My singular chance. So I need to take off my fucking Fitbit because it'll scratch my fucking screen. Not that I... Kitty! Yes, hide underneath the tiny footstool because you are a baby. Hi. Yes, hello. Kitty. Mama's trying to do art. Can you not? Kitty, why are you like this? She's like, but mother, I crave attention 24/7 because you love me, right? Jesus Christ. Whatever, Kitty. Alright. Change campus properties. Yeah, change resolution up to 600 because fuck it. Oh man. Ah. That's the second time it's done this week. I'm the worst, apparently. Kitty! Will you leave my calves alone? I don't know what to replace this with. Kitty! Kitty! Mm. He's being carried and picked up like a baby. You are! You know why? Because you're being a baby. Kitty like, Mommy, let me free. I love you, baby. I love you very much. Seiki to nani ka, seiki to nani ka. Kitty, you have so many other fucking options. You have toys, you have food, you have naps you could be taking. You've gotten significant mother time. Fine. Here. Some extended playtime because you're being a brat. Welcome to I try to do a stream, but my cat says no. If you guys don't know, I'm trying to get myself an apartment that has more than one room so that like I can stream in like my bedroom and just have my cat like out in the rest of the apartment, you know, doing her thing. But currently we live in a bachelor. The only room that has a door besides the main door is my bathroom. And I can't stream in my bathroom because I literally only have one plug. Because my landlord's a dick. I really thought it would be okay to literally give the tenant of a house, basically, what's supposed to be your house, one plug. One plug. Another one you can stick your toaster in, but if you try to put in one of those three-prong socket things to give yourself, I don't know, maybe a coffee maker alongside your toaster, you're gonna fucking short out your power! Also, this kawaii core is not helping with my anger. You guys don't know, I actually don't listen. I listen to music more when I write, but when I draw, I actually like listen to YouTube videos I've seen a million times, or like ones that I don't need a really visual aid for, like cold case things or theories. Yeah, that's right. I don't actually look a lot at the screen of game theories or film theories or shit like that. I'm just like, I'm here for what you tell me. Kitty. Eh. Alright, Kitty is done. Not to give her to hold, or nah. Don't want to give her anything to hold. Nah. There she is. There's the little baby. There's her little stripes. Actually, strip one go there. There. Look at her. She's adorable. There. A star. I'll lay down. Oh yeah, she gets it. There. My cat has finally figured out, hey, if Mama's not paying attention to me, maybe there is something else I could do. People who are like, oh, you don't like your cat. I do. I just don't like sharing, like, no space with her. I plan to move. I swear. It's on the list. I think this is turning out better than I thought it would. Yeah. I think this is turning out the way I wanted it. There. I don't know why. This is seeming in my brain to be like, oh, this is gonna look good. I could be entirely wrong. My brain has been wrong before. Alright, it's just telling me that this looks right now. Alright, let's go. Just removing this layer. Look at her. She's so cute. Look at how adorable she is. Alright, we're gonna take a small break to eat some food because I am a dumbass. And we'll just chat. So we won't, because my mouth is full of food. Good job, Yashi. I'm the smartest, I swear. Anyone wondering, why didn't you do it afterwards? Because I had to work early tomorrow morning because it's Easter weekend. And I'm one of the few people that doesn't have family in the province and COVID, so. You can already guess who's gonna have a lonely weekend and decided, hey, I might as well fucking work. But yeah, people that don't know actually, I quit my second job. I was working evenings, and I was working almost every evening because that's the way they do it there. I was in a management position, and I was being overworked, underappreciated, and then they just fucked up my schedule like 3 weeks in a row. And I was like, I'm done! I'm out! And also, it had the worst work mentality I've ever seen. Like the very unhealthy of, oh, you clock out and still work, and they encourage that. And I was like, I'm out. It was a bad job, and I'm so glad I'm done. It's so bad. One of my elderly coworkers, like basically she's retired, but she does this for fun, and for something to do. She was telling me that I should report them to the labor board, and I was like, hey. I didn't have the self-confidence to take them to the labor board. But I'm glad you think that. Because despite how boisterous and somewhat obnoxious I can be around people I feel comfortable with, I am a little shy bean when it comes to, like, any sort of extrovertedness I have immediately goes away when I have to deal with certain kinds of people, whether it's when I have to deal with, like, government agencies, fucking gone! Or people that I believe are above me in social status, and I'm like, I'm done! The labor board sounds like it's that level, and I'm like, alright, I'm out. I'm not the extrovert you think I am. I'm an ambivert. I get excited being around people. Being around people is good in this pandemic. I've realized that. I'm not an introvert entirely, but I am an ambivert. Also, anyone wondering, I'm eating a matzo burger. I heard a story about one of my cooks that I work with. Apparently, he decided he was gonna like not eat fast food, and then immediately went to Burger King and ordered every sandwich and sat down and ate it inside the place. Like the lady was looking at him like, "So you're taking this to go?" And he's like, "That's for here." And she's like, "Where are the other people?" And they just sat down and ate every fucking sandwich. I'm like, "Yeah." Burger was slightly cold, but fuck it. I'm eating the burger, and then I can just get back to drawing and like occasionally eat fries and onion rings. Actually, that was pretty good. Also, my goal for this one is to not use line tools. As much as I lean on the line tools, I'm like, occasionally I'm like, alright, no line tools. Just to see what sort of monstrosities I create without line tools. Yeah. Oh my god, I did it in one fucking go. Yeah! There. I feel like I've done really well here. this over with. Dear. This is going surprisingly better than I thought it would. There's one, there's two, there's one, there's two, there's one, and there's two. And then over here, there. 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 Alright, we're getting there, people. Okay, no, I'm gonna use lines here. Sorry. There. Oh, I got my nose. This drawing. I don't know what it is lately. I've just become more comfortable in drawing. Overall, generally, like my life in the past, like few years since I moved out here, has only gotten better. The only thing I wish is that, like, I love my mom. My mom is a very good person. But sometimes it's like, why don't you move back home? And I'm like, Mom, do you remember how miserable I was home? Well, like, yeah. Do you honestly think I would be happy going back there anytime soon? Because I don't think I could. Mm, there's too many people that knew me for who I used to be and not for who I currently am. And when you're someone who has been through a lot of trauma shit, there's a lot of people who didn't like the old me and would hate the new me just because it was the old me. I like because they would never be able to unassociate me with that. I'm like, no, I'm out. It's a very small area. So I was just like, Mom, I love you. I understand why you want me home because I'm your child and you love me, but Mom, I can't live there. Think over time, like my mom's slowly starting to understand that. She's not entirely there yet, but she's understanding more. This is a pretty good image for this design. Sorry. I think this looks super cute. Alright. Now we've got this part done, we're moving on to coloring. There. Oh my god. Today was a fucking day at work. It was one of those days where at my job, I love it. Everything's good. But there is a certain area I like to hold, which is that things go great and go great and great and great, but when a bad fucking day happens, holy shit, it hits. Like when one thing goes bad in this place, everything goes fucking bad. But it's like never my coworkers' issue. Usually, is almost always this something went wrong with our system and we are fucked, or like someone's sick and we didn't have no one could come in, so we're just like, all right, we're doing this a man now, let's go, and we beast it. And there are also times where like I don't know. It's one of those jobs where even though like I've had a rough shift, I still enjoy it and I still love it. Like this is one of the first jobs I can actually genuinely say like I just like this job. And like for now, especially since I'm like going to school and shit, like this is what I want to keep doing for the foreseeable time. Because it makes me feel decent about myself, and it's also like just a job that feels good. Like our manager, like will jump in and help when she can, and then also like she also is really sweet to us in other ways. Like she gave everyone Easter candies, like had it in a basket, and I ate a bunch of mini eggs. And it made me feel a bit better, even though today had been tough. I got to eat Easter eggs as my like mini eggs as my lunch, so that made me feel a lot better. Like that's just general attitude with this job, where like even if a bad day is bad, I always find something nice in it. Meanwhile, like when I worked at the supervisory place, I hated every second of it. Every moment I was alive in that place was like torture. It was hell. And I know this is like a pretty simple drawing for a stream, but hey, I'm a simple person. So just because, like, I'm planning to stream tomorrow and gonna do some gaming tomorrow, and then the day after that, I'm doing my reaction thing that I do every fucking Sunday. But like, when it comes to like my, I don't know, generality of life, like as much as I do love streaming, When I do an art stream, it's mostly because I have an excuse to draw. Not because I actually think like art streams are definitely my way of going. I don't find art streams very interesting. I don't find myself very interesting. Now, if you're here for the art and you like watching me draw, thank you. I don't know why you like this, but thank you for liking it, even if I don't understand why. Let's go back. I know it's like ever been like, oh, you're really into Transformers. It's called my hyperfixations, and I have 3 main ones, anyways. One's a bit broader than the other 2. One is anime in general. I love anime. Anime is a hyperfixation for me. The other 2 are less broad, but also can be hyperfixations. Like, general things I like are cartoons, comic books, like animation in general, that kind of shit. I love nerdy things. That's me as a person. I love reading manga. I love watching anime. I love watching cartoons. But like when it comes to like specialty things I love kawaii anime. I love slice of life. I love comedy. I like things like Mrs. Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, or shit like Lucky Star, or Sweetness and Lightning. And then I also like shit like Sailor Moon. And what's another? Da 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 da. That's a good one. Like this is my general stuff I like, but 2 main ones I've like been flip flopping between for years, and like I don't really involve myself much in the first fandom, mostly because I think it's just not as big as a thing for me, but it's still something very important that if I see merch for it, I want it immediately, no questions asked. Is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, my first fan area that I was ever part of online. Like I wrote Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fanfiction in high school. And I mean hardcore. I was going at it. And like when I say high school, I mean from grades 8 to 12, because that's how rural high schools go. We don't have a big enough population for a middle school. What are you talking about? Everyone's going to the same high school. In my elementary school years, it were 1 to 7. Grades 1 to 7. People get confused by that. Which I understand. Because it sounds really weird to say I've been to high school for 5 years. And then being like, did you fail a grade? I'm like, no, I didn't fucking fail. It's called redneck education. Now you see here, when you have a very small population and you don't really have enough to justify building another building, you know, you just kind of shove everyone into the high school after you close down all the 7. Well, technically for like my small area, they closed down 3 or 2 elementary schools. I can't remember off the top of my head. They closed down 2 or 3 to put us all. Basically, they're going to put us all in the town's elementary school. But then they realized, hey, the town's elementary school doesn't have room for all of them. So they went, where else can we put them? And then just we're like, all right, 8th graders, you're all going to high school. We're like, what? It's one of them things, you know. But yeah. Also, for you guys who don't know, I also applied for college come the fall, which will be partly online, which is fair enough, COVID and all that shit. Also make it easier for part-time jobs if it's like partially online, because then I could technically listen to my lectures later and go to work. But I'm going for early childhood education because my interests fall in line with children. Alright? I like cartoons. They like cartoons. They like to be weird and spontaneous for the fuck of it. I like to be weird and spontaneous for the fuck of it. And also, like, I was one of those girls that even when I thought I was straight, which I'm not, if anyone's ever like, oh, that looks like a straight girl, you're wrong! But, I've always been the girl that's like, I want to have all the kids. And now I'm an adult and I'm like, I'm gay. That's not really financially stable. That's probably not fucking happening. But I'd still like to be that kind of person. So I'm like, what's a job that I could do that would kind of fulfill that want in my life? A fucking early childhood educator, and it doesn't involve me going back to university, so let's do it! Y'all don't know I fucking hated university. That took almost 4 years? No, 3 years. 3 years of university. Using none of that education now, and even if I went back, I'd have to go to my university here, which half my credits didn't transfer over, which was also another big thing, because then I realized I was going to have to be in university for not what I assumed, which was going to be 1.5 more years. But no, I was going to have to stay in university for another 2.5, maybe 3 years. And I was not okay with that. Oh my god. This quiet music is not the best, but whatever. I've subjected myself to this for so far. I'm going to continue to subject myself to this. One of my hopes in life, like at some point, would be for me and my best friend to go to Japan together. Because I honestly think we'd be the best pair. Because, like, while she's really good at reading kanji, I know actual more language phrases. Which is like one of the weird things. She's like, yeah, I know Japanese, and randomly I'll just say a word, and she's like, what the fuck is that? And I'm like, this, and she's like, So I think like we make a good combo, and also we're both big nerds and would enjoy the same shit. Like as much as I want to go to Japan for anime and kawaii shit and all that good stuff and culture, because I'm a weeb who also enjoys like Japanese religions and stuff and finds it utterly fascinating and would love to go to all the temples. Just saying. I would also just want to go for the convenience stores. Like, what the fuck is Canada? Canada doesn't have like convenience stores. What the fuck? We have gas stations. That is nowhere near fun. I'm sure, like in big cities, like the parts of Canada, they actually have convenience stores. But like, I don't know about y'all, but I don't have a convenience store. When they say they're a convenience store, they're lying. Like, I want to try a Japanese convenience store. I want to try all of them. Lawson's, Family Mart, 7-Eleven. I want to breathe on them. I'd also love to go to Korea. I want to go to Daiso. Fucking Daiso people. It's a Dollarama, but they have like cuter shit. As someone who used to be a manager position in a Dollarama, I fucking loved. That's a thing now where I'm like, oh yeah, I can talk about the fact that this is the actual place I used to work at was a Dollarama. Yay, I'm at that point. Because I no longer work there. I don't represent the company or the brand, but Dollarama was fucking hell to work for. Alright, let's do next color. Let's move over here to my darling baby angel cakes. I don't know. I designed her like in my first couple years for Hero University, I think, was when I really came up with the Stargazer's main design. And I remember like when I was trying to come up with a color scheme, I immediately came up with cream. And I don't know where. I think it was because if you don't know anything about my character, she is my thing is like a daughter of Starscream. Not Star. Bleh, brain. Are you okay? Brain's like, no, we're done. You didn't even have one coffee today, and I'm like, well, I'm trying to cut back in coffee actually. And my brain's like, fool, you realize you need coffee to live, yeah. But I think it was because Jazz, her creators were Jazz and Prowl, and they're both black and white, which is like the old chip name used to be like the Oreos, if I remember correctly. That used to be a thing that was thrown around was the Oreos. Anyways, and I had the idea that hey, since they're black and white, what would be a good color for them to be? And I was like, well, gray. It's kind of boring. And I was like, you know what? Let's go with like a little bit of a cream color, and that's why she's cream colored. Like, and this is like a little pinky cream, but like it's meant to basically be like a creamy color. This is the best. My brain was like, that looks good. But yeah, a lot of my like someone who, if you ever looked at a lot of my art, I do a lot of OC stuff because that's the kind of brain I have. And when I come out with character designs, a lot of it is basically like things I like. Like, let's pull out a character from my original comic is now going to be original novelization with art. The Shadows, my main character, Amy. Her whole design was basically I wanted, because when I was younger, I used to really want long hair, but I always had my hair cut short. And now, well, now my hair is super fucking thick. I've realized that to survive summer and just in general without being a sweaty mess, I have to keep my hair cut pretty short. Now I just like it this way. But I always wanted to have really, really long hair that I could tie up in a braid. And also, like, here's another fact. Because I didn't have my hair long for many years of my life, especially later on, and then I just never learned how to do hair like most girls do. Anytime I give myself a ponytail, I'd almost always give it in a way that would cause me to have headaches. To the point where I just hated ponytails. I still really don't like them. But, like, which is why, as you can tell, my hair is, like, almost non existent. And that is the entire reason, is because I really wanted long hair as a child. Grew my hair out really long in high school, never put it back and anything, just fucking let it just be there. And then regretted my life choices ever since. That is the basic summary of why my hair is this short. But, like, with this character, I was basically like, I want her to have long hair because I want long hair. So I gave her really long hair. And I was like, I want her to have braids. And then I gave her braid. And then I was like, all right, here's a weird fact. When people try to guess my eye color, because my eye color is very much like that mixture color, like most people that look at my eye color and try to tell me it, I either go with blue green, like blue or green, or blue green, like a mix of the two. And I thought it'd be cooler myself if I said my eyes were gray. They're not. But that was just a thing I had canon for years inside my own brain because Hey, why live in reality? I rejected reality and substitute my own. That was basically me for a lot of years of my childhood. But anyways, like, that is entirely. And for red hair, I gave her, like, reddy brown hair. And that's because, actually, besides my hair looking almost jet black 98% of the time, in summer or when it's very bright out, it actually has a red tinge to it. That's entirely how this character was developed. Alright, now the character. Seth. Jet black hair. Because I think it looks cool. Scars. Because I also think they look cool. Chin scars. I think it was because. What did I say? I'm trying to remember why I chose the cheek. Oh, yeah. It was from like a show where like one of the bad guys had like chin scars. So I was like, that's pretty sick. And I gave her red eyes because that's also a thing I really enjoy. And then BAM! Character. Did I also have to make him an angsty fucker? Not particularly. Did I anyways? Yes! Like, there isn't a lot of thought that goes into a lot of my characters. Like, for Stargazer, I basically went with the typical Praxian design, those in like G1 and stuff, and then added some of the elements that are in Prime for like Bumblebee and Smokescreen's kind of frame type. And that was it. That was all I did. Like a guy asked me, he's like, "Oh, this is your character. How'd you come up with it?" And I'm like, this is entirely the reasons. There is not big secret. I just boom character. And like, if you don't know much about me, like at all, like my best friend's also a tattoo artist, and she's a webcomic artist. So like, a lot of the fact that I enjoy any sort of drawing literally came from just hanging out with my best friend as a kid, and like eventually I just learned to want to draw, and like my webcomic actually came from a fan fiction that eventually, because my friend was coming up with this big elaborate story, I'm like, I want one too, and basically took these characters that I had originally done for a fan fiction and then adjusted them and then put new names on them. I think the most creative shit I did for like my fan fiction, I mean my web comic stuff, is like a lot of the influence came from X-Men and like things like X-Men, like that kind of storyline where, oh, we're the outsider, that kind of thing. Yeah, that was a big influence. I remember when I was describing it to my former stepbrother, he was like, "That just sounds like X Men." I'm like, "Yeah, but X Men was based off real life shit." And while X Men was basically based on a lot of it was for civil rights in the common day, like in the era that it was created, mine was because I had a really big fascination for years with World War II. Historically, I'm a history nerd. If you don't know that, I love history. History is my shit. I like watching history documentaries. That is my jam. And like Egyptology was a big one for me when I was a kid. But then I also fell in love with fucking sorry, with World War II history, and then that was yeah, it went from there. Basically, like anything where you're like, what if World War II went wrong? That was basically what I like the base concept idea stemmed from, because my Story of the Shadows is basically a race similar to humans, not exactly humans, not exactly mutants, because they're technically like it's like a sister species. Like you know when you have like here's the fucking snow leopard, here's a leopard, that kind of deal. And basically they're called shadows, and they all had supernatural powers, aka the X-Men connection. And yeah, that was basically all I had, was that there were these two races, and then there's one guy who's a dick. Basically, was like, "Hey, I'm gonna fuel on this slight racism that we have, and we're just gonna go ham and fuck these people up. In doing so, I will then control the world." Which he actually kind of fucking does. Cause yeah. But yeah, that was the basic. This is how I get ideas, folks. It doesn't take that much hearts. I don't know. I think another thing that kind of helps you with, like, as you've probably seen, and like probably can tell, if you ever like look over and be like, why does she does a lot of fan art for fan fictions? Why does she do a lot of fan fictions? Why is that? Because I have dissociative disorder, and as a small child and very traumatized, I escaped into my mind, and basically it's like characters of my favorite shows comfort me, and that's what I did for years. It's why I can't escape the world of fanfiction no matter how old I grow, because I tried to escape for a while. And, like, in my university, I was like, all right, this shit is not. Let's get out of it. And then I slowly realized, I'm like, I can't. There's no escaping this. This is a part of me now. As much as I want to say, hey, I am not this, I fucking know I am. As much as I want to escape it, I know better. And I know for a fact that, yeah, this shit is kind of ingrained in my soul now. And I know this. And at this point in my life, I'm like, write fanfictions or slowly go insane. I'm gonna go with continue writing fanfictions for the rest of time. Be an old lady. I'll be like in a nursing home. There with like a fucking iPad. Be like, Grandma, what are you... Well, it'd probably be like, Great Aunt, what are you doing? I'm writing fanfictions. Hi, Grandma. What are you doing? Well, this is my 7th work in progress. You ever see those shows where they're like, what would millennials be like in senior homes? That'd be me. I'd be worse. I'd be fucking worse. But yeah, people, welcome to my weird world of life. Well, this is where my brain goes 98% of the time, and I'm just along for the ride. And everyone's like, that's a little bit weird to say you're just along for the ride of your brain. I'm like, yeah, you try living in my head. That is basically how it feels to be inside my brain. Is my brain's just like, all right, we're going on a walk, and I'm like, where? And they're like, we don't know. Can I get off? No. And that is how my brain works, people. Babushka, just like that. It is done. And just like that, bam, brain has done what it wills. There is no one, and I mean no one, that can stop it. Can't stop the feeling when you dance, 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 dance. Ooh, it's something magical. It's in my head, it's in my blood, it's rushing on. There you go. I fly so high, don't hear them when I'm in my zone. 'Cause I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good song in my brain, get my heartline in my body when it stops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. No more walk the way you rock it, so don't stop. And under the lights, when everything goes, nowhere to hide when getting you close. Will it move? And I already know. But just imagine, just imagine, just imagine. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance, dance. So yes, I did apparently. I'm good at recognizing what color everything is. Except I actually don't know shit. my god, kitty, can you not right now? I love you. You're adorable. You're my baby angel kicks. But Mama's busy. She's like, but Mommy, you must pay attention to me. You love me. You love me, Mommy. Nothing I can see but you when you dance, dance. Get a good, good gripping up on you, so just dance, 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 dance. So I'm like petting my cat underneath my desk. That's a good time to eat fries. Are my fries cold? Yes. Am I still eating them? Yes. Do I regret my life choices? Probably. Do I care? No. Hi, kitty. There, I finished the root beer. I've done well. Kitty, you have done well, small one. Yes, yes. Alien face, you. Alien face. Alien face. Alien face. Alien face. She's like, Mommy. Mommy, why have you done this to me, Mom? Mommy, Mommy, Mommy. There. Had it around there. Kitty. Kitty. Kitty's like, but Mother, you love me, don't stop. Okay. Ass. I bought this ass pillow to like help with back support. I sit on it all wrong all the time. Like it's good when I'm writing, but when I like try to stream, it's worse. Hi, Kitty. Hello, everybody. My name is Kitty Raptor Houdini. I am a little calico. I'm about 10 pounds. I love everything and nothing. Alright, let's get down. Kitty's like, but Mom. But Mom. Kitty. Kitty. Yeah, no. That's right. Hi. Bah. One, and it's 2, and it's 3. Kitty. Kitty, I love you, but 9. 9, mein Fräulein. Do you wish to be picked up? What about the house? That's right. You think you can hide? You think you can hide? This is Mama's land. God damn it. God damn it, Kitty. She's like, but Mom, I'm almost done drawing. Can you, like, give me, like, 20 minutes? Alright, the cat has to be taken to the place. out the window and look at that. It's like there's shit out there that you forget exists. You know, it's like, Yashi, what do you do after your streams? I probably write fanfiction. Like, I'm probably gonna be writing fanfiction after I finish this. I know it's gonna be glorious. If any of y'all know me and know my fanfiction ways, I try to update my stories once a month, which I consider fairly regular, especially considering their long-running series. Like, my dude, I have no life. Alright. We're almost there, people. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Alright. Let's do this. Let's turn the opacity down to about 50. That's 10. Sounds about good. Alright. I know I'm very quiet, guys. I know this for a fact. But shading requires me to focus more than it probably should. But my brain's like, you gotta focus. You gotta fuck it out. you're gonna fuck it up. I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck it up. And I do one thing, then I'm like, oh shit, I fucked it up. Also, like me and some of my friends in like a group chat, I mentioned this before. I think it's during like one of my action streams that I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be doing like pen pal kind of shit. About all the stuff I needed, and now I'm like, all right, I just gotta sit down, look at what they told me, and do their letters. You know what? I don't know why. Like, it wasn't until like maybe a week ago that I realized, hey, I can do different kinds of noses. And then I started drawing different kinds of noses. Like, I always use like the generic, like this kind of nose, for, like everyone, and then occasionally I'll have people that have this. They're like, why am I not doing this? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna draw this. But I like doodle when I was at my other job. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, this works. Also, I found like this almost aggressive TikTok guy that like, all right, go out and own your day, bitch, and I fucking love it. I don't know why. Something yells at me and is like, bitch, go do this, and I'm like, yeah, that's motivating. Like, I remember one time we were at my main job. We were like at the table, and like we were like, oh, we have to go back in. We just sat down and ate. Then I gotta go back and clean the kitchen. And I just like literally was like, all right, a meme to help this, and then immediately showed right at dawn, bitches. And immediately we all got up. I'm like, oh, it actually works on other people too. Huh. I thought that was just a weird thing I liked. I was just like, this works for me. And other people are like, yeah, it kind of works for me too. And I'm like, sweet. Alright. Yeah. I've done it. Save. Oh yeah, it took about 2 hours. The usual time I like to stream. Ah yeah. Finished. Yeah. Save. Alright. So thank you guys so very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you want to see more of my streams, subscribe to me here on Twitch. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be playing some video games, either Stardew Valley or I'll be playing more Little Nightmares. Either way, it should be fun. I'll also, on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be watching some Transformers G1 goodness. I'm still on season 3, and that season 3 has been a fucking acid trip and a half. And it's worth the watch. So thank you, and I love you. And hopefully I can see you guys all in my next stream, and I shall hopefully see you next time. Oh yeah, if you want to help support me in everything I do, check out my Kofi page. Kofi.com/Yashiroreaper. I know Yashiroreaper all across the web. I do webcomics. I do fanfiction on NetNail3. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, DeviantArt. I have an account there. Yeah. Thank you. And you can watch all these on my YouTube channel later. Love you. And bye. Bye now. Bye. Bye. Stay safe out there. Bye. Kitty is lying with me. Her feet on my belly, her belly stretched out in her floof, 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 and her sleepy little face. I have a kitty napping with me.